Over the past couple of years, Chase Elliott has really earned himself the title of NASCAR's Golden Boy. From making history as one of the third father and son duos to ever win the NASCAR Cup Series to being voted the most popular driver for the 6th consecutive season, Elliott's journey is only getting crazier. But what you probably didn't know is that his off-track game is just as strong. From his high-profile dating history to his jaw-dropping net worth, an insane collection of cars and jets, here are 10 things you probably didn't know about Chase. And I've got to say, number 2's my favorite. Number 10, family and racing roots. Chase was born on November 28, 1995, into a family that practically had racing written into their DNA. His father, Bill Elliott, is a NASCAR Hall of Famer and a legendary figure in the sport. They call him Awesome Bill from Dawsonville, and for good reason. Bill won the NASCAR Cup Series championship back in 1988 and was a big deal in the racing world, so you can say Chase had some pretty fast shoes to fill right from the start. His introduction to the world of racing was pretty much a birthright. He spent his childhood hanging out at racetracks, observing and learning from his father's experiences. The passion for racing was ingrained in him, and it was only a matter of time before he would follow in his father's footsteps. Fast forward a little, and young Chase jumps into go-kart racing. And surprise, surprise, he's a natural. Kid's got that Elliott blood, you know. He snagged some championships, turned some heads, and made it clear he wasn't just there for the snacks at the concession stand. In 2011, at the age of 15, Chase made history by becoming the youngest driver to win a National Touring Series race in NASCAR. This victory marked the beginning of what would become an impressive racing career. Number 9, video games enthusiast. Our boy Chase is a bit of a gamer, particularly shooters. He used to be all in on Call of Duty, but lately he's been hooked on Fortnite. And since it is the holiday season, you should know that during Christmas themes, he uses the Santa skin. So if you ever find yourself being shot by Santa in the game, quite a sentence there, it might just be Elliott behind the trigger. Number 8, favorite pre-race meal. Chase has a special little pre-race ritual that involves digging into his favorite food before hitting the track. Now, he has mentioned quite a few foods throughout the hundreds of interviews he has done, including chicken parmesan, honey nut loops, and whatnot. And, well, actually, we'll tell you what not. Definitely not tomatoes. He hates those. Chicken parmesan wins as his go-to pre-race meal. And guess what? We're with them on that one. Though our racing is strictly confined to the Xbox. Number 7, he's a realist. When asked how he'd define himself, Chase had only one thing to say: a realist. That's who he is, and he's well known for it in the racing circle. Now, this isn't a philosophy class, but we'll still help you understand what this means. He's someone who looks at things as they are, particularly within himself. For Chase, self-awareness is the biggest thing of all. He feels that he can speak most authentically about his own experiences and perspectives. Every decision, every outlook, whether right or wrong, is a result of how he walks in his own shoes. However, being a realist doesn't mean shutting out the world, and he claims he has a circle of friends he holds in high regard, those whose opinions he really values. It's a less is more mindset. Okay, it's starting to sound a little crazy, but they're his words. Number 6, hobbies. When Chase isn't tearing it up on the racetrack, he has a couple things he loves doing that keep his downtime fun. One of his favorite pastimes is catching a flick, and he's made it clear that Wedding Crashers holds a special place in his heart. Music is another thing that revs up Elliott's downtime. Artists like Jaco and Eric Church and Sturgill Simpson dominate his playlist, with a special shout out to Eric Church's concert in 2016, which he declared the best musical experience of his life. When the snow falls, he loves to take to the slopes and go snowboarding. In fact, earlier in 2023, he even fractured his tibia in a snowboarding accident. So he's quietly traded the snow for a fishing rod now. He also likes to hit the golf course and take to the water on a wakeboard, though I guess not at the same time. Seriously though, one thing we still haven't told you is that he's quite the pilot. Oh yes, he loves flying planes and he's darn good at it. How do we know that? Well, you're about to find out. Number 5, car collection and private jet. Let's talk about Chase's wheels. Not just any wheels, but a Chevy Silverado. Now you must be thinking, isn't that the same truck he drove in the NASCAR World Truck Series? Yes, it is. And you know what? It must have done something right, because he bought one as his personal vehicle too. Clearly he knows how to pick winners on and off the track. In addition to his impressive truck collection, he also obtained his pilot's license in 2015, and he loves flying himself to races. According to Jeff Gluck, he owns a Beechcraft Baron. Yeah, we know it's not a jet, but it's certainly more of a plane than the rest of us have. And here, you can actually see him landing another one of his jets at Talladega, the badass CJ3. Number 4, charity. Honestly, the guy's got a big heart, and he's been showing it through the Chase Elliott Foundation, his very own do-gooder headquarters. It's a nonprofit organization with a mission to provide support and financial assistance to well-qualified charitable organizations. The foundation places a lot of importance on promoting healthier and happier lives for individuals in need. During a special event at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, Chase's foundation handed over a $24,000 check. They raised the money through an online auction during the holidays. More than anything else, this foundation cares about kids. It wants to make sure that kids can be kids, even if they're dealing with health challenges. Number 3, net worth and salary. Let's talk cash flow now. Elliott's base salary is a cool $8 million a year. And that's not all. With sponsorships and endorsements rolling in, the guy's actually making a lot more. If we rewind to 2020, Forbes spilled that Chase banked a sweet $10.2 million that year. And here's the breakdown for you. $8 million from his salary and winnings, plus another $2.2 million from all his sponsors. And guess what? On top of all this, Chase has sold more licensed merchandise than any other driver, so he's definitely raking in a lot of cash from over there as well. Now, when it comes to that prize money, Chase gets to take home about 40 to 45%, and the rest goes to the team. Although his total net worth was recorded at $12 million as of 2021, but we don't need to tell you that it's probably gone way up by now. Number 2, acting gigs. Truth be told, Chase isn't just a strong NASCAR presence. He's got some serious voice and screen presence too. Did you know he lent his voice to Chase Racelot in the Pixar hit Cars 3? That's not the only movie though. He's also lent his voice to Blaze and the Monster Machines. And apart from that, he loves showing up as the man himself on various NASCAR-focused TV shows. Funny thing is, he even stepped into the wrestling ring on WWE SmackDown shows. Not as a wrestler, mind you, but as Chase Elliott, the NASCAR star. Number 1, partners. Although Elliott isn't married just yet, that doesn't mean there isn't some serious relationship drama worth checking out. 2 years ago, he was with Kaylee Green, NASCAR driver David Green's daughter. However, it seems like things cooled off there. Fast forward to mid to late 2021, and it's all about Ashley Anderson for Chase. They've been a thing for a while, and there's even talk of an engagement, even though nothing's confirmed by the couple. There's this picture Elliott posted online with the caption, "Thanks for putting up with me," and that's enough of a clue for everyone to know what they are. But if you're still unsure, you could always find pictures of Ashley sitting in his lap, looking very happy. These two go way back. Their story kicked off after Chase and his then-girlfriend Kaylee Green hit a roadblock and decided to go their separate ways. The deets on where they first crossed paths are a bit hazy though. Now, Ashley's not just a casual observer in the stands. Nope, she's often seen cheering her man on during NASCAR Cup Series races. Love, as they say, has its twists and turns, but despite whatever obstacles popped up, Chase and Ashley are keeping things rolling. And we wish them all the best. So what are your thoughts on Chase Elliott? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to watch the next one that'll pop up on your screen and subscribe to the channel for all things NASCAR.